who's your apocalypse partner? See, last time I did this in 2022, I had my Jason mask and all that other shit. Used to get in the character a lot of times then. Today, not so much. We play enough games as it is. So while this is a satirical reading, I'm not going to put on makeup and all that other shit. So this is who's your apocalypse partner? This is about the whole total picture. We've let this realm go to shit. This is not about one specific event that's going on today. This is not some end of times. This is holy shit. We've wasted time. So since y'all like to waste time by playing into dissection and figuring out all your placements and zodiacs and numerologies and all this other shit, let's have fun with it. So who's your apocalyptic partner? In my format, I use the 13 signs. I include Ophiuchus. But I also do what I call Spellbreaker. Pisces comes first. Pisces is 1. Ophiuchus is actually 0. You can call them the 13th sign, but 13 is 0 in my numerology. 13, death, 0, source. So, Pisces, we'll start with Pisces and we'll go backwards. Pisces represents defeat. So, this will be a 2-stage reading. This will be the Pisces, you need to know who you are. And then the second card will be who your partner is. And I'll just use the numbers. So, for example, if I throw 11, 1 plus 1 is 2. The second sign in this reading would be Aquarius. So a Pisces will end up linked up with Aquarius. But let's figure out what the Pisces is himself. The Pisces, the Hermit card, you better figure out who you're sharing your energy with. And I honor that. A Pisces, in the sense of they're already split, it is very important for you to know who you are and who you're sharing your energy with, because you're trying to make sure that you get into a state of healing in this apocalypse. You give your energy to the wrong person, that shit ain't gonna do them but tear you apart. So Pisces, your identity for self is you better understand healing. You better understand hermitude. You better not come out them caves. You know, let's just say this is a nuclear scenario. You better not come out before the radiation had already dissipated. Now, who's the Pisces partner? Holy sheep shit, I might be a fucking psychic. There's that damn 11 I told you about. This is the Aquarius. Because the Aquarius can show that Pisces, what he doing wrong, what he or she is doing wrong. This is the 11. This is 1 plus 1 is 2. So in this sense, the funny thing is, look at the number on the Aquarius card. It's an 11. The number on the Aquarius card is the 11. So in this reading right here, this Aquarius, when we get to the apocalypse, Aquarians have a natural tendency not to trust nobody, so they like to stay separate. Remember, the Pisces energy was learning who to share their energy with. So all they got to do is shut up and listen. That might be hard for some Pisces. It might be hard for a Pisces to sit down and take guidance from somebody, but here's the trick. The Aquarian is paranoid. The Aquarian is so busy watching what everybody else is doing wrong that they might not see what they ain't doing right. And that's going to come up in this next one, because guess what the next sign is? Aquarius. This is Spellbreaker. So Pisces came first. The next sign is Aquarius. Aquarius is already separating themselves from everybody else out here that is going through this apocalyptic event. They just trying to figure out how to safely move. But paranoia kicks in. So for as far as the Aquarian, and it's going to come up in this card. But I'm pretty sure with this Aquarian energy, they're going to be very good at self-sabotage. Probably devil card energy. Devil card energy. The wizard. It's still a 6. It is 2. The only thing I see is what's trapping me. Remember I just told you paranoia energy? 2 and 4. My mind's already on fire. I've already placed myself in harm because I view everything else as harmful. So an Aquarian in an apocalyptic event, you better watch that motherfucker. But here's the Aquarian's partner. Woo! An aimless person. It's 3 plus 2, it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shit, it's Ophiuchus. Now, I can't do that because I'm counting Ophiuchus as 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be Scorpio. Holy shit. An Aquarian and a Scorpio. The motherfucker that don't trust nobody and the motherfucker that want to kill everybody. That might be the rulers of the new world. Because they're going to be aimless. If you're in an apocalyptic event and they just trying to make sure that they survive, I think that's a strong combination. You have the Aquarian who don't trust nobody, and you have the Scorpio who is willing to just erase whoever gets in the way. However, the danger component with that is, if that Aquarian gets paranoid about somebody who's actually sent to help them, they can convince that Scorpio to just do away with them. And that would be the aimlessness, the element of air. The Scorpio in this aspect is highly programmable. And as an Aquarian rising, when I play that sign shit that y'all love so much, as an Aquarian rising, we can be highly manipulative. So if the Aquarian is on their shit and can manipulate the Scorpio, because the Scorpio is already hell-bent on vengeance, they can create a whole bunch of enemies and destroy the whole fucking world. So in this aspect, the Aquarian can become the ruler. So from Aquarian, we go to Capricorn. Should be the ruler, because Capricorn is the ruler of thoughts. So the Capricorn, if they are not in their head, and if they're not still carrying some of this imprinted Aquarian and Pisces energy with paranoia, if that Capricorn to understand that every time somebody says something to them, don't mean it's about them. But if they look at everything as a point of aggression against them, that Capricorn ain't gonna keep still. That Capricorn is gonna already try and get out here and become a part of the apocalypse instead of trying to learn how to get out of it. So let's see what that Capricorn energy is. You're gonna become a martyr. 12, you're gonna get hung up in the ritual. Basically everything I just said. You become a martyr because you're gonna be sacrificing your energy into shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. Well, we heard that they over there about to build another compound 20 miles away, but they only gonna let in certain people. No, fuck that. They're gonna let me in anyway. So now you're gonna leave your safety to go over someplace that already told you it ain't safe, and then you're gonna get killed. So Capricorn, if you mind your business, you can get out of this apocalypse. But here's your partner. There go that devil I told you about. It's the sixth sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Libra. The Capricorn, who's just trying to rule over everything, and the Libra, who just wants to find balance with everything, you can't trust that shit. You can't trust that shit. In an apocalypse where the Capricorn demands control, and the Libra, what I'm hearing in my head or what I'm seeing in my head is those two parents who have that one child, and the one child go ask the daddy, "Daddy, can I go somewhere? Or can I have this?" And the daddy be like, "No, you don't need that." And then the mama slip it to him anyway. Boop. Divisive parenting. You understand that? And you might not think it's major, but in this aspect right here, that becomes major. When you telling somebody what can't happen, and then your other partner going behind you and doing it anyway. That's a divided castle. That is, in this case here, that Libra will be the Capricorn's devil. It will be their advocate. Remember I told you, Capricorn is the god of thoughts. This Libra will be its undoing. Because everything that it tries to establish as safety, that Libra's going to already be counter and proving it to be something that's already going to be destroyed. So from there you go into Sagittarius, the hunter. Again, like when I did this reading a couple years ago, in the apocalypse, the hunter should be the safest person. The hunter should be the safest person because they already have that skill set. This is Spellbreaker. I go in reverse. So with Sagittarius, the Sagittarius who is not really out here seeking is sitting in preservation. This is stillness. If this Sagittarius grants stillness to himself, then they don't lose their supplies. It's because, hey, you got to come to me. And the gift with that is, speaking military-wise, if you got to come to me, you have to get past my defenses. If you're going to be paranoid in apocalypse, build up your fortress and then make motherfuckers come to you instead of getting out here hunting and going through everything else. So the Sagittarius shouldn't be the hunter, but he shouldn't also be the prey. He should be the fortress. Should be the fortress. 17, I'm the star. I got everything. The plentifulness is already in here, and I'm not going to let you divide it from me. I am the star. Everything you need, I got. But I'm going to be of such a mind. Personal advice. Personal advice for the Sagittarian in an apocalypse. Learn how to not have enemies. Again, like I did in the other reading 2 years ago, the Continental Hotel. John Wick, the Continental Hotel. Everybody loves the Continental Hotel, and everybody knows don't come in there and start no shit. It's off limits. The Sagittarian in this one, this is you, the Continental Hotel. I have all the plentifulness. You want something, come see me. You understand that? But here is what can fuck the Sagittarian up, because the Sagittarian, remember, this is about your partner. So let's hope the Sagittarian has a good partnership. Manipulation, the number one. In this case, Pisces. But remember, Pisces was already a little bit paranoid. They're just trying to find the best place to heal. But I'm gonna give you the duality component, the duality component of Pisces here. This could be one of the best things for Sagittarius, because if that Pisces already understands that I can't do manipulation here, because remember the Sagittarian represents the Continental Hotel, so to speak, then that Pisces is going to find that place to heal. Pisces had the Hermit card. I need to learn how to heal. If the Sagittarian already has all the plentifulness and the Pisces gets to stay in the hotel for free, then the Pisces can work on their own shit. Because holy shit, there's nothing here to manipulate me, because holy shit, this is a safe space. What do I want? A safe space to do what? Heal. Then I get all my magic back into me by realizing it never left me. It was just my dumbass choices. Pisces. So, getting into the next one. This is the special one. This is Ophiuchus, the hidden one. Ophiuchus ain't a real sign. Yeah, because it's hidden. It's hidden in the human psyche. Within the 12 signs that y'all accept, the ritual signs, that 13th one can set you free. If you want to keep playing with your pieces, you have to understand your wholeness. Ophiuchus represent you fighting with what you think you know. That's why it's not seen, because you ain't learned to stop fighting what you think you know. So therefore what you think you know already rules you. So within the Ophiuchian sign is all the elements and the two primary bodies, the sun and the moon. But I'm just going to throw one card instead of throwing 6. So you got 6 components within Ophiuchus that is breaking you into 3 parts. Holy shit, 666. You your own fucking devil. Why? Because you hid from what was seen and you're too busy fighting with what you think you know. So Ophiuchus, stop fighting with what you think you know. That shit tricked you. That shit done already tricked you. It just made you know the 7th one. Remember I told you Ophiuchus had 6 components wrapped up in it. Fighting with them 6 components made Ophiuchus number 7. 2 plus 5, 7. It split itself apart trying to fight what it knew instead of being still and figuring out what was really aware. So Ophiuchus gets a partner too. Because Ophiuchus don't trust itself, so it gets out here and creates everything else. Holy shit, Ophiuchus might be the apocalypse itself. Holy shit, Ophiuchus might be the apocalypse itself. It's the 6. It's that fucking Libra. Ophiuchus lost balance with itself, so it's trying to find balance with everything that it created. That's a war. See, I just need time to work on me. How you gonna work on me? But I'm gonna go back to who broke me, because I just want them to understand that I'm healing and I'm working on me, and they need to see the better me so they know what they missed. Huh? Come again, say what? Yeah, I'm gonna go back to it because I just want her to know that I'm a good man. So I'm gonna let her dog me out some more. Come again, say what? You hid from what you knew and ran towards what you wanted to see. So holy shit, you only found a balance with your own destruction. Damn, that's an apocalyptic event for real. Y'all might want to get out of that. So, getting on into, you might want to get out of that shit that's killing you. Stop killing yourself. Scorpio. Scorpio, the god and goddess of death. But what am I killing? The things that I think done me wrong. But what's your part in this, sir, ma'am? See, it ain't about that. See, my North Node ain't tell me nothing about me being accountable or responsible. Maybe that's going to happen in my South Node or my Midheaven. Huh? Damn, Scorpio, you sure got a lot of excuses for why you out here killing everything else. But when you going to realize you the one that gave that shit life. Damn, Scorpio, you might want to kill your fucking ego. Oops, 8. You might want to kill your fucking ego. Leo, you might want to kill that Leo part of you that keeps giving life to everything that's killing you. If I'm giving life to everything that's killing me, holy shit. Self-sabotage. So Scorpio, stop embracing that ideology that you got to holy shit. Chase them thoughts, 3, that keep making you move. Because 3 plus 5 is what? 8. 3 plus 5 creates the struggle. So the Scorpio mind says that I need to quit embracing the shit that makes me think I got to get out here and harm everything else. Because holy shit, it's a reflection component. The harm I want to do to others is really a reflection of the harm that I'm already experiencing within myself. Hatred, loathing, vindication, all that other dark, nasty shit. So Scorpio is going to need an apocalyptic partner, probably with some common sense. But again, Scorpio, from my level of thinking, is just as dangerous as a fire sign. The motherfuckers are a fire sign in reality. Outside of your illusion, if you want to play separation, Scorpio represents a fire. So they're going to probably need a fire just as great as theirs to calm their punk ass down. So let's see. They're going to need... Well, in this case, they got water. In this case, they got a Pisces energy. They got a Pisces energy that is just as manipulative as they are. Now, hopefully, this Pisces is the same as that Pisces that was already having the experience of the Continental Hotel. They took time to learn to figure out what manipulation was internally so that they can probably guide this Scorpio to do the same. So this is a counselor. If you want to play that game that y'all like to play here, I'm a healer. At this point in the apocalypse, this will be a healer. This will be a healer that's going to say, I'm going to manipulate you by giving you the space to see where you're manipulating yourself. Hold space and teach that motherfucker accountability and responsibility. And then that Scorpio realized everything that's out here trying to destroy was just deflective components of where it will not empower life within itself. So, hope that makes sense to you. So then you get to the Libra. The Libra just wants to establish balance. But as I showed you with Ophiuchus, you just established balance with the war within yourself. So Libra needs to figure out the definition of self. Remember what Ophiuchus? Ophiuchus, it came up with you under trickery because you only battling what you think you know. In this one right here with Libra, this is you need to honor guidance. You need to honor what's guiding you because that's going to tell the truth. Well, I've been guided to go jump off a cliff. Well, okay, well, that's some good guidance if you're trying to harm yourself. See, the guidance didn't lie. It's an option. It's a choice. But is that choice going to work out for me? See, this is where discernment comes in. This is where discernment comes in, children. No, if I jump off that cliff, I'm going to harm myself. So you know what? There was no balance there. No need to follow that guidance. Sorry, didn't fall for the trick. So instead of just being guided and trying to find balance with everything that's thrown in front of you, you need to figure out the value. You need to identify with what's put in front of you. And if that shit ain't for you, let it go. Because here's the trick. Even if it was for you, but you ain't made it to that point of awareness to where you're for yourself, let it go. You'll figure it out sooner or later when, holy shit, that's what the motherfucker's been trying to tell me all these years. I was just too caught up in my own bullshit to listen. No harm, no foul. That is the experiment and experiencing. That is the balance of existence. That is the Libra energy of existence is you can do whatever you want to do. Holy shit, free will. So Libra needs to find a partner. Holy shit. It needs to find somebody who is burning just as much as they are. It's a 23. It's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scorpio. Libra needs to find balance with Scorpio because if this Libra is only being at a point of awareness to where it's learning not to fall for the tricks, the motherfucker that's going to present the most challenge is also going to be the motherfucker that can help him stay alive. See, remember we talking about apocalypse. So Libra learning how to keep their head together, they're going to have to learn to watch Scorpio, but the gift, and that is it can see where Scorpio is continuously pulling themselves apart, which gives them the space to, you know what, I got to hold me together. Not hold me together for that Scorpio, but hold me together before I become like Scorpio myself. You understand that? In this apocalyptic reading, Scorpio is all about death. Libra is all about trying to find balance between life and death. If it is only getting treated to a Scorpio who is too drawn into death, the Libra might have a chance to find a new value for life. that will be your restoration point in a apocalypse, because Libra will be back there to restore balance, whereas Scorpio just wants to further tear shit apart. So that's going to be a dangerous apocalyptic couple. They're not going to make it, but they're going to be good for the beginning of the show. At the beginning of apocalypse, at the beginning of apocalyptic situation where you're going to need to weed out the weak, that'll be your boy. That'll be your boy right there. That couple right there, that Libra and that Scorpio, they'll help chase out the weak ones who are going to be like, Pisces was first. Pisces was first. I'll post them later so you can come back and watch it, but Pisces was the first sign. So, going on to Virgo. Bambi. Virgo is the recycle point. If Libra honors balance, Virgo tends to honor trauma. Virgo honors traumatic cycles. Libra should establish balance by cutting out the account. Virgo is going to be like, there's more to do in there. So let's see what happens when Virgo figures out who they are in apocalypse. Oops, right back in that 5 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scorpio again. Remember I just said a Virgo generally tends to build from their traumas. That's really a Scorpio energy, because all you want to do is get a rematch, or all you want to do is build a tethering line to show your traumas how strong you are now by not letting go of the traumas. So everywhere you go, your traumas come with you. Heaven forbid you get thrown into apocalypse, shit start blowing up, and you start going back into fear cycles. Guess what you're going to become? Your traumas. Be better to let them traumas go, and then if something happened, holy shit, the only thing I got to fall back on? Me. Not the shit I've been through. So, that aimlessness of holding on to your past so you can get a determination factor of how to build a brighter future. Recycle, reincarnation, apocalypse waiting to happen. An apocalypse within an apocalypse. Why? Because you carry the seeds of destruction. But let's see if their partner can help put that fire out. It's a 7. It's a 7. It's a Virgo with a fucking Virgo. It'll take another Virgo who is, it's going to take a selfish Virgo who understands their energy and ain't going to share it. This is for people, it's an older movie, but most of y'all probably seen it. Remember that scene in Airplane? The Airplane movie from the 70s, and that lady was in the seat freaking out, and everybody was lined up with tools and boxing gloves and knives and guns because they were going to slap the shit out of her until she came back to reality. That's this right here. This is that Virgo who is going to unravel, is going to need one of them who's going to hold them together. You know what? You start that shit if you want to. I'm sorry, this is apocalypse. Ain't no DSS. Ain't no fucking law enforcement. This is an ass whooping. This is a Virgo that's going to beat that ass whenever you act up. It's going to take a Virgo to beat a Virgo down, because only that Virgo is going to understand where that other erratic ass Virgo is coming from. You can act like Bambi with deer in the headlight if you want to. This Virgo will whoop that ass. So Virgo on Virgo. Some deep violence. Now we get to Leo. Apocalypse. Leo, you helped empower this shit because you didn't want to see the signs. What was the sign? This is all my energy. But you like to keep on generating shit that pulls you apart. So when the Leo, the representative of the sun, learns to conquer its own ego by realizing that there was no fucking battle, then they'll stop creating a war. So let's see how this Leo needs to identify itself. There was no war. This is my free will. This is the Fool card. If I get out here and keep giving my delicious fire to everything that's going to burn me, did I not just burn myself? Hi, where'd they get the power from? I gave it to them. You know that's called self-sabotage. Shh. No accountability. So this is a Leo with no accountability, because they're going to stand on it's my divine right to trick myself, because you here for experience, ain't you? No, you're here to learn how to have less experience by stop pulling yourself apart. You motherfuckers got the wrong memo. You're not here to unravel yourself in a sin and become more and more. You're here to realize that all these options was actually making you less. But it's your free will to trick yourself and ignorance. So this Leo that keeps giving up his fires and wondering why it's getting burnt, it's going to need a partner. This need to be a water sign. 2 + 1, 3. It's a Gemini. It's a Gemini, which is what I call the supercomputer, because they process things from multiple angles. Unfortunately, this is going to be pacification. This is going to be pacification because, it's already on the card. This is the world card. This is that Gemini that is going to, you know what? I take that back. It's not Gemini. I take that back. It is not Gemini. I'm doing Spellbreaker. So, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn. Damn, even worse. Ooh, see, Gemini was a supercomputer processor. Capricorn is the god of thought. Super processing, do what I say. This is dominance. So this is going to be, if you're going to keep on using your free will to burn you, let me rule over you. Hello, this is, what is that, Of Mice and Men? Tell me a bedtime story, Lenny. Or G. George. This is the little mouse who is control of the big mouse, and they run in the show. The big mouse can't think for itself. That's the Leo energy. Can't think for itself. Too busy caught up in traumas. The little mouse, the Capricorn component in this relationship right here, knows how to use that energy. Shut up. Okay, George. So apocalyptic relationship right here between a Leo and a Capricorn. But that's some Lord Humongous shit. Like I said, the last time I did a reading, I had on my Jason mask, my hockey mask. That's Lord Humongous right here. Only it ain't the Leo that's Lord Humongous. It's the Capricorn that's the partner. And to be honest with you, it's a feminine energy. This is the muscles up front. The dominant masculine energy getting out here slaying everything. But you got a guy that's at home signing all the orders. I'm here for it. That's some nasty shit there. So that Leo and that Capricorn, if I rule the world, right there. So from there we go on to Cancer. Cancer is very good at watching what's going on around the world and knowing how to maneuver around everybody else. But it's a low-key Aquarian separation theory. You're very good at observing others, but your view within yourself, still some dangers. Anything in perception can have whatever it wants. If you've ever done any work with deities and ethereals and things like that, most of them carry themselves in the perception of a gender because they're carried from yourself as a perception and a gender. Manifestation points. So within their storylines, within their collective consciousness, they can see themselves along the storylines that some of them even concocted for themselves. So gender becomes a point of perception and not so much a point of reality. There is no reality here. Everything is plausible. That doesn't make it real though. Everything is plausible here. Doesn't make it real. That's what makes it a Cancer. Everything can make you sick here. The whole trick is not to eat the fucking Kool-Aid or drink the Kool-Aid. So the Cancer component is watching the sickness of everything out here, but making sure that you don't become sick like it. That'll mess some of y'all up. The Cancer can see the sickness in everybody else, but when are you going to stop being the manifestation point? It's already been revealed. Judgment. It's already been revealed. That horn already been blown. This is Gabriel. The angels of the waters. You've already used your voice to create what you've seen, but if what you see is the sickness in others, holy shit, Batman. Reflection component. Been saying this for about 6 years now. Everything is a reflection of you in your healing or your sickness. If all you see around you is sickness, it's either time for you to do some more work or it's time for you to realize I'm in danger. Because if there is no more work to do in me, why the fuck am I still here where there's nothing but sickness? And the minute you use that dirty word, but you're an ass. So, you're your own Cancer. At that point, that Cancer, where everything's been revealed, that holy shit, all I see is sickness around me, find safety. See, I ain't gonna beat you up on wholeness because we in an apocalypse. Find safety. Get somewhere safe. Find a safe partner. Find you an achiever. Find you an achiever in this sense right here. Libra, Virgo, Leo. Find you a Leo. Find you a Leo who is good at war. Holy shit. That's going to be a problem. Because remember I told you Leo is the J. George. Leo is the muscle. If Cancer now sees that Leo is what it needs to control so that it can achieve winning the battle, the problem with that is going to be Cancer is going to have to fight Capricorn. Remember I told you this was some Lord Humongous situation right here where they ruled in the world. Cancer's coming in from the inside. Cancer's coming in from the inside. Who was that? Julius Caesar. Will stab somebody in the back. Holy shit, what is Cancer? A sickness. Holy shit. If it kills the ruler, was it not a Cancer? Shh. Gemini already pulled apart. I'm sorry. A Gemini without mental stability is going to be crazy as fucking apocalypse. I'm sorry. Keep on processing shit in duality when the whole picture says boom. You're going to fall apart because you ain't going to have nothing to balance your balance off of to get your balance of your balance. Duality within duality if you got lost on that one. You're going to need to balance your left side, which means there's already two sides there. And then you're going to balance your right side, which means there are two sides there. And then I'm going to put them all together, which means you are 8 levels deep. So when some shit hit the fan, the Gemini going to fall 8 fucking levels. You better get your shit together. You are not 2, you are 1. Or you can succumb to that bullshit that you let sit in your head. This is the Hermit card in reverse. This is the King of Earth. That shit that's ruling over my mind is what I'm going to succumb to. If I saw myself in separation and now everything is falling apart, holy shit, what's my natural tendency? I've already saw myself in separation and now everything else is falling apart. It just verified what I saw. So why should I hold myself together? And how? This is going to become grippy socks. Sorry, Gemini. You're going to succumb to that bullshit, them thoughts that done already fooled you and told you that you got all these sides of separation. You're going to need somebody to hold you together. I hope and pray it's not an Aries or a Capricorn. But let's see. Oops. In reality, it is an Aries. But it's a 4 on this one. So, in this case, it is even worse. It's motherfucking Sagittarius. So, you're going to have a delusional energy being guided by a delusional creator. In this sense here, yeah, in any sense, Sagittarians carry a bit of delusion, but they're high in manifestation. So they can manifest their own delusions real quickly. Self-contained. This Gemini that's already unraveling will need that type of energy to try and help hold them together. But at the end of the day, that Sagittarius ain't going to do nothing but further pull them apart. This is, God, it came up in the last reading I did a couple years too. This is the Hostro. This is the Gemini who might end up being a sex worker in the apocalypse. Sorry if that hurts your feelings. This is, you're going to succumb to your own psychoses, and this motherfucker right here is going to rule over you. So, this Sagittarian, the Emperor, which really is an Aries, which is cardinal fire. Sagittarian is mutable fire. The Sagittarian is going to shut that Gemini up. How are you going to shut her up? Give her something to do. Give him something to do. See, pimping goes both ways, baby. Pimping goes both ways. Really goes more than both ways because you motherfuckers have let genders go crazy. But what I'm saying is this motherfucker right here, this Gemini, is going to end up on the Hostro because the only thing that's going to keep them from unraveling is occupation. As long as they're occupied and they get to go inside their own psychoses, and it could be Mata Hari or it could be Lady Chatterley and all this other shit, as long as they role playing within their traumas, they're going to be safe because that stops them from facing themselves. And as long as they don't have to face themselves, they don't have to hold their shit together. We can stay in duality, which will take you to the next to the last sign, Taurus. Stuck like Chuck. Stuck in some shit. What I'm seeing is this Taurus is a merchant. This Taurus is a merchant, and they got a lot of stuff that they go around selling, but not all that shit work. You understand what I'm saying? They're like a snake oil salesman. They going around and selling miracle cures or radiation pills and shit that don't really work, and then they get out of town. So this motherfucker got a lot of people staying after him. This Taurus is stuck in the ideology of making gains by abusing others through deception. It's not malicious, so to speak, but he know what he doing. She know what she doing. So this Taurus energy is really good at being deceptive, which means they are going to keep the cycle of keeping things apart. That's fucked up. I'm just going to be straight up and honest. This is the queen of earth. This is influencing over what's going on. Hey, this is an apocalyptic situation. Motherfuckers going to need to buy some shit. So if you're going to need to buy some shit, why not buy it from me? So this is, holy shit. If you're a Star Trek fan, Ferengi. This is a Ferengi energy right here. This is, all they want is some gold pressed latinum. And will sell their baby mama for it too. So this is that Taurus energy. They not worried about learning anything about themselves. They stuck in this cycle, and they plan on making the most of it. So while everything is pulled apart, let me hold me together. In an apocalypse, this Taurus is going to try and find a way to become the grand merchant. Holy shit. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, United States government, usury. Sorry. So they're gonna need a partner. Honestly, Gemini looking pretty good. Because Gemini already on that host road. There's gonna be no competition. They're not gonna have to worry about a fight or argument. Gemini is pretty well under control. So let's see if Taurus pulls a Gemini. 1 + 6, 7. They pull a Virgo. Remember I said Virgo is the reincarnation point. They just stuck in their cycles, and as long as that trauma is with them, they feel safe. That's the second worst card that this Taurus could have had, because this Taurus is a manipulator, and all they're gonna do is keep stirring up the trauma and chaos in the Virgo's mind while still trying to give them an element of safety. You understand that? Kalima. So, Kalimata, Kalima Shiva, one step away from destruction. The divine feminine gone masculine. The only thing that's going to calm her down is the masculine component of Shiva. Yet she is in some walks the counterpart to Shiva. So she's already in her own field of destruction, and she's willing to tear everything apart. That's going to be perfect for that Taurus. As long as everything is being torn apart and he can get its partner to further tear it apart, it's a shit show. Which leaves us with Aries. And the first shall be the last. Love you. So, Aries, that which is the head on fire, everything that came before it is how you got there. So Aries shouldn't be first. Aries should be last. You need to figure out how you got put on fire before you start walking around here in flames. So the Aries need to figure out, holy shit, what's going on in me that is a reflection that created all this apocalypse? That struggle. That damn struggle. That damn Leo energy. Holy shit, Aries is cardinal. Leo is fixed. I fixed and fucked myself the minute I got into this struggle. What am I struggling with? The options to know. So, Aries, if they don't realize that they are the struggle, they're going to need somebody else to struggle with. Let's see how that's going to work out. Because at this point, any one of these signs can get it. Maybe that's a little bit of Aries ego in me. That's the sign I'm born under. So maybe that's an Aries ego, is that any one of these signs could get it. Why? Because I'm the fire. You ain't gonna burn me in the apocalypse. You ain't gonna burn me. I'll burn you before you and burn it all down together. I'll burn you with it. So let's see who Aries get. 11. 2 + 9, 11. The duality that is that it's also a 2, which is Aquarius, the points of separation, but it's also still the 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I honor that too. It's any of the other 11. Any of the other 11 can get it. It don't matter. I'm uncertain about you, but I'm certain about me, is what I'm hearing. The Aries who understands that I have to win the struggle, I don't care who my opponent is. We're in apocalypse. You're going to do what I say or I'll walk you out the door. Unfortunately, that's a real-time energy. You will do what I say or I'll walk you out the door and you'll find your own way to defend yourself. That is an Aries dominant god of war energy. So that could get you fucked up. But again, this is an apocalypse. This was apocalypse of you being torn apart. Here's the apocalypse of you in wholeness. You're not your sign, you're the whole message. This is, I got the whole message that, holy shit, if I become all these points of separation, I become the apocalypse. If I do not understand how to rejoice in my world by reflecting on what can burn me, I create it. The goddess and the phoenix. The goddess that does not know what she's creating can get burnt by her creation. The goddess that does not know what she is creating can get burnt by her creation. Who's gonna come save her? Nobody. She had to figure out how to savior herself. She has to figure out how to savior herself. Why? 2 + 1 was 3. She has to cancel them thoughts. 2 3s. 2 3s equals 0. Sorry. 2 3s don't equal 6. 2 3s don't equal 1. 2 3s equals 0. Just depend on which math you learned. So if she stopped binding herself, dear genie, to gaining experiences by giving birth to them, she stopped taking losses. So in the apocalypse, stop taking losses by stop trying to find gains in the same ship that created the war. That's going to go over so many of your heads. How do you get out of apocalypse? Stop trying to find gains in the same motherfuckers who creating the wars. Oops. Go vote. It won't count anyway. Oh, let me out of here again. Wholeness.